Hello, everyone. This is Ferdinand Soriano of Planet63. I am the CEO and founder of Planet63, and welcome to Planet63 TV. I'd like to welcome all the people that try to stay, in tune with Planet63, because this show is about Philippine. It's our audience really is Philippine product fans, wholesalers, distributors, retailers, e-commerce players. Those are the people that we really are trying to attract and watch this show, because what Planet 63 TV is all about is it's all about news, regarding Philippines and the U.S. in terms of trade relations. It's about Philippine products, but also it's about talking to people in the industry, giving us their feedback and telling us what they're up to in terms of how they're trying to promote Philippine trade and, between the U.S. and the Philippines. So again, you are watching Planet 63 TV, and thank you so much for doing that. Whoops. So I'm trying to change the, all right, let's see if we can go back a little bit about what we were trying to do. So I already goofed up a little bit here.
That's okay, just roll with it.
All right. So, but
technical difficulties.
I can't roll it because... All right, let's go back again. Okay, see, that's live TV. So we don't believe in cutting. We just go for it.
Let's go for it.
Go for it. Okay, like I said, Planet 63 TV is all about the Philippine Department of Trade News, U.S. and the Philippine trade relationships. Okay, and then we interview international trade professionals, everyone making things happen with the Philippine trade. Okay, the U.S.-Philippine trade, and also talk about the up-and-coming Philippine-made products that are coming into the U.S. soon, by the help of Planet 63, of course. And today I am joined as my partner in crime, everyone. I would like to introduce Jazz Pasqua of Pacific Expos, and I'll let him do the talking now instead of me yapping away. So, hey, Jazz, what's going on?
Hey, Ferdinand, how's it going? Thanks for having me on the show.
Hey, you are my partner in crime, as they say. So you're gonna, hopefully we keep doing these shows. But for now, let us talk about what Pacific Expo is about, my friend. So what are you talking about these days?
So, Pacific Expos is a consumer trade show event that happens out in Honolulu, Hawaii. We've been doing events since 2006, and it's something to where I have a passion for. Pacific Expos, as you know, one of the bigger shows that we do is the Food and New Product Show that's coming up in October in Honolulu, Hawaii, of course. And this show consists of showcasing products and services that has food or the food industry, restaurants, snacks, and so forth. We have close to 200 booths, spaces, exhibitors, and vendors. It's a great show, again, to get the word out, to gain exposure for your products and services.
Well, the whole thing with Pacific Expo, I think you guys are doing an amazing job doing that, because you promote not just products, but like you said, the services, all the different businesses, whether it be finished products or restaurants and things like that. And I couldn't think of any better place to have an expo than Hawaii, my friend. So
of course,
you can just go out to the beach or whatever. I don't think it's ever like that. I've seen videos of it. Every time I see it, it's like I wish I was there. And I think you're doing a great job of doing that. So more luck with that, and hope to do more shows. And then I think we're going to talk a little bit about a project that you want to do, that you and I are going to be talking, that we're going to be doing soon together. And I want to continue to talk about that. But before we talk about that great big project, let's move on to the next segment of our show, which is, this is the part where we normally talk about the trade relationships between U.S. and the Philippines and vice versa. And on this segment, we're not going to talk about anything about the news, so to speak, but I do want to do a quick review of some of the events taking place to promote Philippine trade, tourism, and the consumer show. There was an event that happened. You attended this last year, Jazz. I don't know if you remember. Do you remember going to the travel, trade, and consumer show that was put on by a well-known Phil-Am newspaper here? Some of you might have, people watching this probably know who Asian Journal is, but they had their inaugural show last year, the same time, August 2, 3, and 4. And they had it in Carson, California. And I'm sorry, not 2, 3, and 4, but 3 and 4. They had an after 4 party on Friday. But anyway, so it's a South Bay Pavilion in Carson. Do you remember going to that last year?
Yeah, I did. In fact, I really enjoyed that event there. You know, a lot of Filipino products, a lot of vendors and exhibitors that showcases their services. I did get to meet some good keynote speakers as well in regards to trade for the Philippines and, you know, other segments in the industry.
Well, it's an event that it's really trying to create a consistent marketing of Philippine products, trade, and you know, tourism. And
Right.
they continue to do that. Love the editor Roger Oriel and his lovely wife Cora, and they're doing a good job at doing that, and they need to continue. This is what I'm saying. There needs to be a flagship or a show that's going to continue to be identified as an event that truly promotes Philippine trade and tourism. And
Hmm.
I hope they continue to do that. They had some great speakers. Of course, I'm going to say that I was one of them, which I was. This presentation for about an hour, again, on how to create business opportunities promoting Philippine products. Again, that was in Carson, California. It was just this past Saturday. And how about this one? Have you ever heard of, there's another show. It's a festival or fiesta in San Francisco. Have you ever heard of Pistahan in San Francisco? Have you?
I have not, Ferdinand. Tell me more about it. I mean, I
Well,
have not.
because I love the way you asked me that. Well, tell me more about it. For amazing. No, what it is that this one has been established, but for a while now, and they've been doing this for I think over 5 years, probably more. I just started following it last year, and it's held in San Francisco, Yerba Buena Gardens. If you ever been there, it's a whole feature a lot of dance performers, all the different things about the Philippine culture. But mostly, I'm excited because there's going to be a lot of Philippine manufacturers traveling from the Philippines to the U.S. to promote their products, whether it be arts and crafts or finished products or raw ingredients. And I'm excited about that because obviously it's another event that identifies Philippine culture and its products. And hopefully, what it's doing, it's not just catering to Filipino Americans, but it's trying to expose the culture and the products to mainstream. And again, more power to them. I think I'm planning to go there. So I don't know if you're up to going to San Francisco, Jazz. Let's go.
I mean, let me know. I'll be happy to follow you as long as you buy me a ticket.
It's always good to visit San Francisco. So that's the news as far as the segment. So now let's move on to what I like doing is maybe talking a little bit more about what you started to talk about. But I kind of cut you off there. But
that's okay.
Project that you want to do to promote Philippine products or help it along the lines of what Pacific Expo is doing.
Yeah, so again, like I kind of mentioned earlier, Pacific Expos has been a long consumer trade show. Producers out there in Hawaii for I think well over 50 years now. We took over management about 6 years ago, and it has been on an upward spiral. A lot of vendors and exhibitors would come and share their products and services. And Ferdinand, we don't know who's in the crowd. Okay, we have heard so many success stories where a lot of people, hey, Jazz, this manufacturing company came up to us and they want more products, or they want us to supply them some products. We have so much success stories at these events, and that's kind of some of the joys on my end that I like to hear when we put these shows together. I mean, the connections that we make, you just never know who is in the crowd that will take your business to the next level.
Well, every time I see the videos or the pictures of the show, that's where I get my inspiration to hopefully do something like that here in the U.S. As much as I've already described Asian Journal's efforts and the other organizing committee for that Pistahan in San Francisco, the Fiesta,
Mm-hmm.
I still feel that there's more that we could do to keep on promoting Philippine products, and each one needs to cooperate. But you and I are working on something too that hopefully it's going to be a little bit more mainstream. And tell us a little bit about that. We were talking about white labeling and kind of
Okay.
about that. And maybe that's how we can entice some of the Philippine manufacturers to participate in this project also.
Right. So white labeling is it's a World Expo that's coming up in February 2020. Now this expo is kind of geared towards e-commerce, online buyers, online retailers, people who are in social media also that deals with white labeling. And the thing is that it's coming up shortly here in February. So we are inviting all these people who are in the industry that has products that they want to showcase at this event. It's going to be in February 26 and 27 at the Las Vegas Convention Center. We have over 10,000 attendees at these events. So, again, as I kind of mentioned earlier, you just never know who's in the crowd. These are the people who are attending are, CEOs, CMOs, people who have influencers that will bring people to this event.
Yeah,
so
decision makers, they're ready to go.
Yeah, yes. They're ready to buy, they're ready to learn. If you have a product or a service that you want out there at this expo, white label expo, be sure to call Ferdinand. Right?
Well, yeah, I think that this is going to be a true event that we need to fine tune for the Philippine manufacturers, because it's truly going to be mainstream. The target market is not just community. Again, it's going to be expanded, and that's what I would like for the Philippine products to experience is really deal with the mainstream and let them see how amazing the products are. But like what Jazz said, it's really about there's a lot of Philippine manufacturers who truly don't care if it's their brand per se. They don't mind if somebody else puts their name on their product. I mean, it's good quality product, and all they care about is being able to sell their product first and foremost. And I think with this project that you and I are collaborating on, that's something that we can definitely promote to the Philippine manufacturers and see the value of it as the days go by, and the more we give them more information about it.
Of course.
Okay, so with that being said, unless there's something else that you want to add on to that, let me go ahead and move on to the fun part of our segment, which right now we are, let's see, I'm thinking we are at the halfway mark of our show. So let me go ahead and move forward.
Already?
Yeah, I know. I think we're talking too fast.
We're talking too fast, or we're talking too much?
Talking too much. All right, so the next segment of our Planet 63 TV is where we talk about Philippine products themselves, and we kind of give our perspective on the product. It's not hating on anything or saying it's amazing or whatever. It's just a matter of letting people know that a product does exist, and it's up to each of the viewers to realize that there's a lot of potential to these products. It just depends on how to market them. So here we go. We call this Philippine product showcase segment as We Found It, and we're always gonna in all our Instagram posts, postings, we're gonna always say that, like, we discovered something we really did, right? All right, so we found it. We found this. All right. There are a lot of people out there who are wanting gluten-free products, non-GMO. They want something unique, and you can't get more unique than putting together two products like this: mango flour and banana flour. It's currently being promoted or sold by a company called Gems. And how mango flour came about, ladies and gentlemen, is that there's a province in the Philippines who create a lot of bananas, and they're finding themselves that some of them just go to waste. So to create livelihood, they put together, somebody invented or discovered that you can actually create mango flour out of the mango seeds itself, and as well as the skin of the mango. And from there, if I was to say any more, I wouldn't do justice to it. You could Google them. I'm a big fan of that. Just Google everything. It's the same thing with banana flour. They're actually, I think, going to combine these two flour and have a product called tropical flour. They do that, a mango and a banana. So again, this product is worth trying if it's about you not wanting any gluten. It's because it's gluten-free, that is the biggest seller. So I want to pick your brain. What do you think, Jazz? What do you think of a flour made of mango as well as banana? What images conjures up in your mind?
The images that's coming up through my mind is, putting the whole entire mango into a grinder and, making it into a flour because, as you kind of mentioned, it's no waste, which is good.
Yeah.
They're grinding up the seeds, they're grinding up the skin as well. So coming up with a mango flour, and this is something to where a lot of bakers may not know about mango flours. A lot of cooks may not know about banana flours. It's something to where they can experiment and be creative with this thing, and you'll never know. You may have a hit on your hands, and it'll be something to where everybody wants your product. So it's a good way of experimenting, I should say, and trying it out. And especially when it becomes gluten free. A lot of people, they have some challenges when they eat certain products, but this is gluten free. So I'm sure there's a market out there for this particular product here.
Well, the banana itself, I mean, I've seen other products of banana flour, and I'm not trying to shoot it down. It is, but the quality of this banana flour is amazing too. But I know for a fact there isn't a lot of mango flour in this capacity. I mean, it's one thing to make mango or any sort of fruit or whatever. It's just that in the Philippines, what separates it from others is that the Philippines is known for pineapple, mango, bananas in terms of the quality of the fruit. So even if you know the technology and how to do something with a fruit, what separates it is because it's the best type of banana that you could use. The mango as well as the pineapple as well as the mango, the banana mango and the pineapple. So to me, that's what really separates it is because of the deliciousness of the fruit, my friend.
Of course.
Okay, so you got anything else to say about the mango flour and the banana flour?
I can't wait to have our bakers get their hands on these things. Mango flour, banana flour, it's going to be a hit.
I think so. It's just a matter of, again, just like what we're doing, trying to expose it to the public. So let's go to the next product, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The next product, I like this group of products. It's because it's not only for food ingredients, Jazz. The one that I'm really excited about is to be able to expose these group of products. So there's a lot more. These are also not only food, but also nutritional supplement products from nutraceutical. That industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry. They're always looking for new products to be able to put in capsules, in tablets, and in powders, and things of that nature. And they're always looking for any products that has been proven that it does some, medicinal benefits to them. And a lot of these products that you're seeing, obviously right now they're coming from China, but this is an amazing time for Philippines to really step up and create more awareness of products. Like we have the calamansi powder right there to your left or to your right, depending on what you're looking at, right? Anyway, the purple one, obviously, that's ube powder, okay? And then on the third one, it's moringa, okay? That's moringa right there, okay? And then the other one, it's coconut. I think it's coconut. I think, yeah, it's. I always thought it could be coconut or guyabano. I think it's guyabano. So for all those people that, yeah, because my eyes are going, so I just thought it was coconut. That all of these products are now available in this format, but not necessarily direct to consumer. But what it is that where the Philippines can take advantage of it is have it exposed to contract manufacturers and help them be a part of making this. Because the one thing that I wanted to share with the audience was that when you take these products, some people may not like a moringa to eat raw by itself, right? That's why you take supplements. And that's why I think these can be taken like that, just like ube. Some people may not like it straight up ube or whatever, and they can just put it in their cakes or ice creams or whatever, just like Trader Joe's. So how about you? What do you think? I mean, what do you think of these? What's your take on it?
You kind of mentioned about, it's not necessarily direct to consumer, but maybe direct to manufacturer, where these pharmaceuticals company can come together and make a vitamin out of these products here. And of course, I'm going to talk about white label again, World Expo. This is a place where these manufacturers of these products here, of these powder, is able to come and share their merchandise, to these people that comes and attend these show. Getting back to the powder, calamansi powder. Again, I grew up with calamansi. I used to, squeeze it all over my pancit, or my mom would make tea, honey, and calamansi, and I would drink it, to soothe the throat and so forth. But ube powder, getting back to ube, I kind of mentioned this to you the last time. A lot of people out there in Hawaii, they go crazy for ube. They have ube storefronts. These cooks, or these the bakers, they make desserts, and that's all they serve is ube desserts and products. And people out there in Hawaii go crazy for them. It's something to where I'm kind of seeing that it's coming here towards the United States, and where it'll start to go into mainstream, and people will get to enjoy these type of products from the Philippines.
Well, what I want people to see is not only these are our takes, right? But I want
Yeah.
an enterprising person, a wholesaler, a distributor, a e-commerce player to look at the products and not just look at it like these 4 powdered in a bag. To me, I don't know. You could put your name. You could put Jazz Calamansi powder, right? That's what you were talking about. I don't want to introduce this as like, oh, it's amazing. It comes from Philippines. I'm not about that. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to engage people that are entrepreneurial. These are products that can be, like you said, white labeled, and some people may know as private labeled, right? But they're and market it as such. It's not just something look at it and take yourself, but really trying to engage entrepreneurship here, and that's what Planet 63 is about. You really need to see it as a potential for it. And speaking of
an opportunity,
speaking of potential and opportunity, let's go to the next product, and this is what I like. Okay, this individual saw the potential of what he could do, and he made this.
So Ferdinand, that moringa powder, if I put it in a pot of water and add shrimp to it, would it be the same as having the moringa leaves in it? Can I just mix my shrimp and my string beans?
I don't see why you couldn't. I just never tried it, so I couldn't really tell you honestly and say, yeah, why don't you try it, and it's probably going to come out the same. I don't know. Theoretically, yeah, why not?
Because I'm so used to the leaves.
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying. So you don't know until you try it, I suppose. But I would think so. So yeah. All right. So this next product, it's chocolate mango. So the people who can relate to this is like people who are familiar with strawberries and chocolate, right? Imagine that. People already love strawberry and chocolate and the champagne and all that, very romantic, dessert or whatever, right? But to me, it's a new twist to that. You've got chocolate mangoes. 2 things, right? Come to the top of my head right away. I love the concept. Philippines is also known for putting together great chocolate because we grow great cacao beans there. And chocolate, that's where it comes from, the cacao beans, high quality. And that's another thing, right? Imagine that. That's another product that you can export or import into the Philippines. But see, that's not it. I don't want to go off in a tangent, but just focusing on the product. This product was created by Cocoa Monster. This is Costco worthy or Trader Joe's worthy. Okay, it's ready to go. Packaging. It identifies in the Philippines. The iconic jeepney of the Philippines, and you've got the mangoes and the chocolate. I mean, it's really trying to create a brand that it looks amazing in terms of what this. I've tasted it. I mean, they come in little bite-sized chunks, or you could have these little pieces of chocolate mango. I wish I could eat it right now here, but the point is, it can take over or take part of that strawberry chocolate, market. And I don't know. You tell me, what do you think of that when you see this product?
Well, I'm looking at the product, and my stomach is like, oh man, I wish I could have some, but already. I grew up with the dried mango, but I have never tried it with the chocolate. And I'm kind of thinking in my head already, okay, so when February comes around, you're with your date, rather than the chocolate strawberries, here, babe, have a mango chocolate instead.
Yeah, chocolate mango, exactly.
Chocolate mango. Let's kick it up a notch. Chocolate mango.
trying to figure out what to match it with. You know, like they have strawberry and chocolate with champagne, but I don't know. Maybe it'll still work also with. Okay, well, I have high hopes for this. I've
Yes.
been talking to the maker of it, and again, we're just trying to create attention to it. If anybody out there who wants to sell this online, anybody who wants to sell it at their store, it doesn't matter. Let me know. I can get you samples of this so you can try it. As long as I know you're going to be able to do that. So with that being said, unless you have anything else to say, my friend, I'm going to move on to our next segment because we're coming in close to our 30 minutes that we promised the audience that we will only take. So is there anything else that you want to add on to this?
Yeah, send me a box or two.
Yeah, I know. I'll send you a box. We're good.
Send me a box or two.
Okay. So next one. I want to go ahead and thank all the people that collaborate with us on a daily basis. I'd like to go ahead and acknowledge one of our sponsors, Greater Philadelphia International Trading. We're branding them as the premier Philippine ingredients and herbal ingredients distributor in the U.S. market. So it's an up-and-coming company. We're procuring some of their products that they're bringing into the U.S., and I want to go ahead and make sure that they constantly get their props or credit in terms of what they're trying to do for Philippine ingredients. And then also a good friend, and I respect her tremendously. She's still, I think, in Europe, but her name is Ishka Cisneros. Props to her as far as being an affiliate with her, and whatever Planet63 procures, we put it into shopsarisari.com. So if you're thinking about Philippine ingredients or food or arts and crafts, bayong, just go to this site, shopsarisari.com. You won't go wrong. It's one of the things that we're just trying to say is that if we can come close to being a sort of an Amazon for Philippine products, I think we're doing justice for it because it is a U.S.-based company. They do their fulfillment, they do their distribution, they do everything here. So if you're interested in promoting your products also and you find something in the Philippines, you could also do that here. All right. So again, I want to thank the people who constantly support Planet63, other than my good friend here, Jazz Pasqua. I want to go ahead and credit the consulate office. They're very, very helpful to everything that I do with Planet63. I want to do a props to Consul General Cruz, the Philippine Trade and Investment Center in Los Angeles, the new trade attaché director. His name is Eric Elnar. What's up, Mr. Eric, sir? And then the Philam Chamber of Commerce, they're amazing. Ellen Sampson, Lois, and Jerry Palon. The Philippine Economic Zone Authority, and there are so many more that supports Planet63. And I love working with them, just like I like working with Jazz because he's very supportive, collaborative. And you got anything to add on to that? I mean, again, you want to talk about the white label again one more time before we sign off?
Oh, most definitely. Again, out there, I just want to thank the sponsors as well. If it wasn't for them, we probably would not have a show like this.
Yeah,
but
give us a little, support.
Yes, thank you. But yes, coming back to white label and the World Expo here, it's coming up in February 2020 here in the Las Vegas Convention Center. We'll have over 250 speakers, well over 2,000 delegates. These are most of them are buyers, online retailers, manufacturers. They're all going to converge and connect at this event. So if you have a product or services that really wants that exposure, come on down, become a vendor, become a booth, get a booth space, become a vendor, and we'll never know who you're going to connect with at this event.
Yeah, I completely agree. And thank you for continuing to do that, because as the show progresses, we're going to discuss more about that in detail, because we definitely want a lot of the Philippine manufacturers to take advantage of this amazing event, and we'll give you more details on that. And last but not least, for all of you who saw the product, you want the samples, and like I said, all I ask is that you truly use it and give us your feedback. If you really want the samples, which I encourage all of you to do, please go to Facebook, Planet63, go messenger us there and let us know that you want some samples. Obviously, it'll know that somebody's actually watching this video. And then also, you can check us out at www.planet63.com. We're on Instagram, Planet63. And I also want to credit my media director. His name is Andrew Soriano. He does all of these things for me. If it wasn't for my media director, a lot of this stuff I couldn't do. And then you can also email us at info@planet63.com. So we're pretty much done. Again,
Awesome.
If you have any parting words, do it now, buddy.
Hey, you know, if you're thinking about promoting your product and services in Hawaii, I forgot I have www.pacificexpos.com. Okay, so why not kill two birds with one stone? Right?
Say what you want.
Other than, yes.
What are you gonna say?
No, I mean, I kind of mentioned, you know, why not kill two birds with one stone? Expose your products and services at Hawaii and go to the beach, you know?
Oh, yeah. Business with pleasure, right? Business with pleasure.
Exactly. And write it off. Why not?
All right. We're good. So hopefully, what we're going to do next is on our next show, we're actually, you don't even know about it. We're actually going to have a contest. So I'm going to make it a fun contest. I'm a big fan of cars. So I'm going to have a contest where whoever guesses the first, who guesses it first will get a free sample, whether you actually will use it or not. We're going to give away free samples, and they just have to guess what type of car, what movie, and what character, what's the name of the character who drove that movie. I thought I'd make it a little bit more
fun. My.
I'm a big fan of collecting model cars. So with that being said, again, thank you everyone for watching. We're always trying to provide value to you by exposing you to different types of products coming out of the Philippines. And hopefully you do continue to watch us. And thank you for your time. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thanks, Ferdinand. See you.